pass along with my arm like this.
I'll do it. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and
I'm Laura.
And I'm just trying to, figure out how to hold my phone here because, didn't want to do this on my tablet. Okay, anyway, this is our live reaction and review for The Flash, episode 23, title I absolutely forget, the season finale.
Episode 323?
Yeah. Whoa. It was a pretty darn good one. Mm-hmm. So if you have any questions or, anything you want to chime in and talk about, please definitely join in the comments. Let's have this conversation about The Flash together. So, Laura, why don't we kick this off with you? What are some of your thoughts with the Flash?
Well, we'll start off with how it began. Spoilers, first and foremost.
Oh, yes. This whole review and reaction is full of spoilers. That's important to say. Okay.
Yeah, so first and foremost, HR being the one to switch bodies with Iris. A little predictable.
That was a little predictable. I agree. Well, it's funny because, I didn't think about it, and then you said somebody posted it in the comments. And
not on yours.
Not on mine, but in some other video. And so...
Yeah, and so that made it just, duh.
Yeah, and so it was kind of like, yeah, we kind of knew something like that was coming.
Definitely.
Yeah. My brother-in-law is watching now, who didn't want to watch the episode with us because of spoilers. But this is a spoiler reaction and review.
So, what did you think about it?
Here, hold this for a second. Yeah. This is really bright.
We're learning. Can you tell? Yeah, sorry about my glasses. That's a little better. No, it did. Sit down.
All right, whatever. Yes, what did I think? I thought it was really good. I thought, yeah, for sure the beginning was a little bit predictable because it's just kind of obvious it was going to be HR.
Yeah.
The way the last episode he longingly looked at that, claw that they got from his suit. Yeah, you knew he was going to do something.
And honestly, there's a new HR every season.
Yes, and that's the part that stinks because this HR was awesome. This is the HR I wanted to stick.
Yeah.
Because I really like this guy.
He was just fun, and he had a different kind of quirk. And I have to say, the actor is great. He played 3 different people.
Oh my gosh.
And each season he's somebody different, which is pretty cool.
I think before this, the things I've seen that actor in mostly were Christmas Hallmark Channel movies and stuff. And so I think that's mostly what I've seen him in. Mm-hmm. So to see him do this and to play several different characters is actually pretty impressive. Yes. So I really did enjoy watching him do this, but I don't know. I think it would have been heart-wrenching if Iris actually did die. And either way, I think I would have been upset. But the fact that it was HR that was dead and he goes, B.A.,
yeah,
Tell Cisco.
It took him a while to die.
Yeah. Tell Cisco this took strength. And he gave me that strength. Oh, that was more crushing than if Iris died.
Yeah, well, and like you mentioned, Joe's reactions whenever anybody dies, you care because of him.
Yeah, Joe's reactions are the worst. Not the worst, the best, I guess, but they really get me sad. And yeah, his reactions were just so good.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Okay, what else? Awesome fight scene between everybody, finally. Oh, yes. Cisco didn't lose his hands.
I didn't think he'd lose his hands now. That's later down the road.
Yeah.
Well, now it's gone, so...
Yeah, because now Killer Frost isn't Killer Frost, and she isn't Caitlin.
Yeah, so I don't know who she becomes. Herself. That might be a comic book person. You'll have to know that one.
So if there is a comic book person who
knows...
Or
a Flash comic book. Because, you're a comic book person.
Maybe I am, but, I haven't really read Flash. Now I regret that I haven't read Flash, and I would like to go read Flash, except now I don't want to go read Flash and get spoilers for what's going to happen on The Flash.
Yeah, okay. Well... It's probably different anyways.
It probably is.
Yeah, so...
Oh, I know. I remember one thing I really loved about this episode. I loved that we got Barry Allen back.
Oh, yeah, he finally became himself again.
But,
that friendly... Not friendly-go-lucky, but he was, nice and happy. Here, will you hold for a second?
Yes, I will hold it for a second.
You just have to use this hand.
Okay, I will use this hand. Yeah,
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah, the joys of live and doing this on a phone. No, what was I even saying? It was interesting.
You're talking about the real Barry being back.
The real Barry being back. What I loved about the real Barry being back was...
Not towards the kitchen. Thank you.
Finally, it was a joyous Barry. Instead of being the Barry who wants to lash out in anger, instead of being the Barry that, is dark and brooding, this was the Barry that's let's go to the enemy and let's figure out what he needs and let's be good to him. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of, what the Flash is. He's hope. like Superman. Superman is a symbol of hope, but so is Flash. Flash is like a more lighter, quirky version of the symbol of hope. And so to finally see this Barry Allen become that yet again, that symbol of hope, rather than anger and broodiness, like that was my favorite part of the episode. Now, on the one hand, I felt like Savatar turned too fast to be like, oh yeah, I want to be good, I want love.
I know, but that was just Barry's optimism.
No, what I'm saying is I thought Savatar turned too fast.
He did.
To the light side.
That's how we knew it wasn't real.
Yeah, then it turned out it was all just an evil plot.
Yeah.
But it was like, it was just cool to see Barry be that way. To see Barry reach out to his enemy, to want to help his enemy, to show forgiveness to his enemy, to show love to his enemy, to change his enemy's destiny. And I just thought that was the Barry Allen I've been missing. And so I feel like finally when we get to season 4, we can finally have the Barry Allen back and not this emo Spider-Man 3 brooding Barry Allen.
Yeah, one of the things that you had talked about how the Savatar, Evil Barry, how he wanted to, his plan all along was to have Cisco reformat the speed cannon bazooka.
Yes.
Not a great name. And, well, because Cisco didn't name it. That's really why.
Yeah.
But how that should have been his original plan.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that his original plan?
I don't know, because, like, you would think it's a better plan to quantum splice yourself so that you exist simultaneously in the past, present, and future, and to be a god. You would think that would be plan A, and killing Iris to make Barry mad so that you exist would be plan B.
Yeah.
But I would think, like, more than anything, he did exist, and to preserve his existence, it would be the quantum splicer thingy to blast him, you know, throughout all time. I think that was a better plan than killing Iris, but that's me personally and what I thought about that.
I thought it was a little convenient that Gypsy came back.
That was a little convenient.
I'm sorry, Cisco knows how to jump between time areas.
Yeah.
So why didn't he? I know he was reaching her, but
He wasn't really reaching her. She vibed him because they're
he was
connected.
reaching Caitlin at that time.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. He kind of was. I mean, yeah, kind of. I'm looking at my notes.
But it was also kind of obvious that Cisco wasn't going to create a canon that was going to splice him throughout all history. That was kind of predictable. It's like, well, he's Cisco. Yeah, he wants to save Caitlin, but he's not going to betray
Yes,
his friends.
but I did like that he brought back how they did it, and they brought back the other Flash.
That's true.
From World 3.
Yes.
3, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Jay Garrick.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was awesome. But, you know what's funny is, before we got to the ending, I was like, I wonder what's going to happen now, because they made a huge point earlier in this season.
That somebody has to take somebody else's spot, and Iris shot Evil Barry in the back.
Yes. So
he can't take her spot.
Yeah, so he can't take the spot in there, so it's like, it's fascinating. I don't know. That was kind of predictable that something was going to happen.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah.
But, let's see. I have all my notes.
Okay, well, read your notes.
Oh, I'm kind of going through them.
Have we really gone through them?
Oh, the one thing that I got kind of confused on was when Evil Barry said, "Now I've seen, it is written."
Yes.
And then Good Barry got into his suit and almost killed him.
Well, Good Barry...
And then he shattered the suit.
Yeah, well... Yeah.
And then he came after Barry and was about to kill him, and then and Iris shot him in the back, which I'm like, come on.
Yeah, but it was that moment that Good Barry took his, what's his name, Savatar's suit, and that's when he's like, oh, I see now, it is written, and it's like, what does that even mean?
Where is it written?
What is written? That's more than where is it written, that's what I want to know, what is written.
Yeah.
Like, what are they even referring to?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is so bright, but this is what you do when you do this off your phone in your studio.
Yeah, because the tablet didn't work.
Yes.
One of the things that I think is going to happen next season, which is going to be a pointless story for us, is Iris is going to have PTSD from shooting Evil Barry in the back.
I hope she doesn't. No, well...
She killed somebody.
Well, I know, but...
I know he ended up being, disappearing, but she did.
I'm kind of hoping this other tragedy overrides the PTSD of shooting an Evil Barry.
We'll see.
I don't know. But technically, did she shoot an Evil... Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Hey.
Technically, did she shoot an Evil Barry? Like... She shot him, yes, and he died.
Well, no, he didn't die because it's Barry. He doesn't die right away.
But the quantum entanglement time paradox caught up to him and he vanished. It was like he never existed. Is she dead? I mean, did she kill him? I don't think so.
I don't either.
I don't know. It's so interesting. Anyway, the other thing that really got me was the ending where you have the whole Speed Force now going crazy because nobody's a prisoner.
Crazy earthquakes happening because they need somebody else to fill the spot.
From the sky.
Yes.
A speed quake.
Or you called it a flash quake when we were watching
That's true. I did. I like speed quake now because I now know it was the Speed Force angry that it lost its, eternal prisoner.
Yeah.
Yes. So, anyway, I thought that was... I'm glad you're doing well, Tom. We're doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Anyway, so, here we are going through the speedquake, and I'm just like,
How are you doing, Tom? Sorry. That's the right thing to do.
Yes,
sorry.
It is. So you have the... Oh, I don't even know where I'm at. Oh, okay, so, I knew something was going to happen. I mean, it's a season finale. You have to have that hook, that cliffhanger that gets you sucked in so you want to come back for the next season. And I had a feeling like somehow Barry was going to end up. I had a feeling.
In the Speed Force. Yeah,
he
they
was going to be in the
have,
Speed Force.
They always try to have a cliffhanger of some sort.
Yeah.
But he's coming back because he's the Flash. I mean, I know they've got a kid Flash, but he's the Flash.
Yes. Yeah, no, he is the Flash. And, he's... Yeah, like you said, but right before he hit play, he's got a contract.
Yeah.
He will be back. So, yeah, you do have that whole thing, but I knew something weird was going to happen. And you know what the most emotional part of that whole scene was? It wasn't Iris crying that she was going to lose Barry. It wasn't the irony that they fought so hard to save Iris, and now it's Barry that's going to be separated, and that's the reason they're not going to get married. No, the reason that I cried was because they did a close-up on Joe's face. On Joe's freaking face. And the heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching look on his face of sheer and utter pain when Barry was going to step in like that. That was my emotional moment.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, and for me, it was more when they were saying goodbye to HR at the his gravesite, too.
Well, because HR is awesome, and losing HR to me was far more tragic than losing Iris. I hate to say that, because I really do like Iris. She's a great character, but when it was HR, and it was kind of predictable it was going to be HR, it still broke my heart. It's HR. Also, did Tom Felton's character say, "My father will hear about this"?
That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome.
I know. Well, so I'm curious if Tom Felton signed on for another season.
That would be awesome.
Because he was originally only supposed to be in the show for 13 episodes. And so this is kind of one of those things where I'm like, because I really enjoyed his character on the show.
Yeah.
I was mostly able to separate him from Draco. I mean, at the first half of the season when he was when he was a jerk, he was still Draco to me. But now, he's cool. And he loves Caitlin.
Do you think he was supposed to die in the middle of season 3?
I do, because notice Caitlin's guys always die.
Gosh, this show is so sad. Why not, since he got to say scared Ellen? Oh, Tom, you're hilarious.
Oh, man, I am so bad at quotes, but I know where all those come from. I love me some Draco Malfoy. But,
you got the hairiest of Harry Potter fans right now.
That sounds wrong.
That does sound wrong.
Yes, I am a Harry Potter fan, though.
The biggest Harry Potter fan ever.
Not the biggest, but a big one.
Okay,
actually.
Whatever. You're welcome, Tom.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I got. That was a great cliffhanger with Barry going into the Speed Force.
And he was, at peace at it. And, this was my one thing that I'm still laughing about. The entire time I watched that last sequence, all I could think was Frodo getting on the ship and turning around and smiling at peace, and then turning forward and walking in.
If this wasn't live, this is where I would insert that clip right there of Frodo doing that funny look.
I mean, that's what I saw when I saw that ending. I'm like, I can't take this seriously right now.
Yep, I had a moment of thinking that, but I don't know. So here's what I'm curious about now. Let's get into some theories. What do you think is gonna happen in season 4 that the Speed Force releases Barry?
I do not know the answer to that.
Well, what was interesting to me was Savatar, when he was getting the tour of Star Labs before he betrayed everybody and blew it up, which we kind of saw coming.
He talked about some of the things.
Well,
that
what was the? Did you catch the villain's name?
Like Damos or something.
Damos,
like that.
Yeah, I'm not that much of a
Yeah,
of a Flash comic book
and he said
reader,
it really quick, and we didn't have time to rewind. We wanted to get to this.
Yeah, we did. But we know he's gonna fight somebody named Damos or something.
Something like that, and that's the machine they used to help figure out how to
Yeah, and
stop
they created
him.
some cerebral thing to defeat that. And he goes, oh, you haven't gotten there yet. So
Yeah.
we know he's coming out of the Speed Force. We know that this Deimos guy is going to be big enough that Savatar remembers him clearly. And we know something is written. It's like, as soon as he saw Barry in the suit, he went, oh, it's written. Like, it reminded me of X-Men, the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Where, you know, spoiler for X-Men Apocalypse, where the Phoenix has been unleashed.
Yeah.
And he looks up at her and goes, all is revealed. Like, it was that moment for me.
The only thing I could think of just came to me for it is written was, you know, that they keep going to that newspaper article. They keep going to that newspaper article where it shows Iris Allen West. The Flash vanishes in a crisis. And what if that article was, you know, written and it was 8 years old? Or 6 years old.
Well, it is from 2024, so it's 7 years old from now.
Yes,
Yeah.
but what if, you know, this is a crisis the Flash vanished in?
And it just happened earlier because history changed?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Crisis is one giant storyline in DC Comics, one that I have not read. So I think the Crisis is something bigger, and
No,
it involves
I think it's something bigger too, but how do you
Batman,
know?
Superman,
These
and-
things, well, Batman's not going to be in this.
Well, they could bring him from Earth 2. There's plenty of indications in Supergirl Batman exists in Earth 2.
Yeah, his friend, his dark and brooding
Yeah.
friend, or however they said.
I picture them as frenemies.
Yeah, frenemies. That was it.
We're 2 episodes behind on Supergirl, and then we have Arrow tomorrow.
And one more for Arrow.
See, here we are trying to do predictions, and honestly, I don't even know enough to predict. I just know, like, some big villain is going to be big enough that the Speed Force is going to release Barry. But when the Speed Force releases Barry, it's going to have to take another prisoner, right?
Are you talking about Crisis on... I don't know.
Yes, I am talking about Crisis on Infinite Earths, because that is the Crisis that I figured was the Crisis that's in the newspaper. Thank you, Tom.
Yes, that would
Yes.
probably make sense.
Yeah, so that's the Crisis that I think is the Crisis in the newspaper that Iris Allen West writes. Do they become best friends over their mother's... Oh my gosh,
Apparently,
Tom, you are
yeah.
hilarious. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. Wait. Never mind. Their mothers are dead.
Oh. I don't know. Season 4, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how they're going to get Barry out. Of the CW superhero shows, The Flash has maintained my interest. And it's still my favorite. How do you feel?
Flash definitely still my favorite. Arrow's up there too for me. Supergirl, if this season, these last 2 episodes aren't awesome, I'm done. And DC Legends of Tomorrow, we only made it halfway through the season because it just got too weird. It just didn't captivate me really.
Yeah. So sorry. There's not going to be any Legends of Tomorrow reviews coming.
No.
That
We'll watch
show
it if
lost
there's
me.
a crossover again. That'll pretty much be it.
I don't know. Arrow's almost losing me this season. Like, there's a couple times I actually went to do some Arrow reviews, but I just watched it and I went, this is just so meh. I don't really even know what to review.
There's been a couple of good episodes, but it's just...
The Flash has kept our attention with who is Savatar and this whole plot line.
For most of it. There were a couple meh episodes, too. But that's Freak of the Weeks. You know, they got to fill in those random...
But I am looking forward to the Arrow finale, so I can't wait to see where we're going to go with Arrow.
that comes out tomorrow night.
Can't wait to see Superman return on Supergirl. I'm excited for that.
Is that... Oh, that's right. That is happening.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So
I'm glad because it's really frustrating on that show when they don't call their super friends.
Yes, it is. Call your super friends.
That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves.
Do you know how many times
it's crossovers?
We could have stopped Prometheus on Arrow just by calling Barry Allen?
Yeah, Felicity would tell him where he is. Bam, gone.
Exactly. Or really, Barry could just run as fast as he can through the entire city and find him in a few seconds. I mean, it's just call Barry Allen, Arrow. Gosh, just call him. Anyway.
I know, and so that's the hard part about multiple universes.
Okay, well, we're on The Flash, and I think I just really enjoyed the season. This was a fantastic episode. A little predictable, but that didn't stop it from being great.
Yeah.
And I think I've said all I have to say about it. Do you have any closing thoughts about this episode?
It was good. I would recommend watching it if you haven't already. I mean, it was a good closer. I mean, there was some cheesy, it's sad when you say the death scenes are kind of cheesy, but that's expected in just about every movie because they got to say something extra. But it was, although cheesy, you felt it. You were sad to see the characters go, and I'm interested to see who the next Harrison Wells is going to be on
I
the
am
team.
too, because
Or
you know
if they're just going to bring the one back from Earth 2 for this
which
one.
I like him, but
Yeah.
I want us to go back in time and resurrect HR.
Definitely.
Well, does anybody who is watching have any last comments right before we close this out? Going once? Going twice?
Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching us ramble live for holy cow 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. Sorry about the lighting and it being as bright as it is.
We'll get it fixed next time.
Yeah, the first time I go live, I have the phone vertical, and then the second time we're wide it out. Yeah, live is fascinating, especially since I can't use my camera, my precious camera. Anyway,
we'll get it. We're working it out.
We will work it out. Thank you for
have
joining us.
Night
Enjoy this video.
Or a day, whenever
have
you watch
a fantastic time of day or night wherever you are at, and we cannot wait to talk more of these shows. Cheese puffs and congratulations. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, all of you have a great evening.